Hello, Russell Wright from networkempire.com, and I'm going to talk to you about the real-time web. There are a lot of people, especially intermediate to beginning entrepreneurs of all levels of business who are getting online that don't understand the difference between the real-time web and search engine optimization and what I consider to be the slow-time web. And we're going to talk a little bit about that, what's changed, and keep it really fast because I'm pretty blown away by what's going on in the industry. First of all, let's point out that the technologies and softwares that we've created help you rank higher for far fewer inbound links than your competition using website silo architecture. These are integrated data hierarchies that, when integrated into your site, are known to help you rank higher just by simply organizing the words on your website. And we talk more about that, and we've really brought that to market through the years. But what's new about the old time web is essentially the ranking for keywords and on the natural search engines. And you never had to be concerned about whether or not you were logged in to Google. Okay, so what we're really looking at now is you can see my photograph here, which is my image tied to my account. You can see Russell +1, which is my +1 account that's now connected profoundly to the Gmail account. Even people who do not yet have a +1 account and have a Gmail account, Google has shifted everything to the whole dog is being wagged by your profile, your profile in your Google Plus account. I don't know if you saw that movie Wag the Dog, but we use Wag the Dog around the Theme Zoom offices to talk about wagging your industry. If you get into data hierarchy and technology, you usually find that there's one piece of a system or a back-end technology that connects to everything else. And if you mess with that, it messes with everything else. If you undo that data trigger, everything else falls apart like a house of cards. Okay. We also talk about that in terms of organizing your content online and content marketing by using the right kind of approach and distinction so that you can render your competition obsolete. Google has done that with Google Plus. Everybody thinks that Google Plus is a social operating system. I mean, thinks it's a social platform like Facebook. Google Plus is a social operating system, and what people do not understand is that it is connected to everything. This profile account, they've got all the time in the world, as long as they're printing money, which they're still doing. This Google Plus profile page is connected at a database level via triggers to your profile. And this profile is the tail that wags the dog. You can see that these, even in the Google AdWords account now, you can connect your social profile to your Google AdWords, that is your pay-per-click ads. And it connects the authenticity and therefore the page rank and or it affects the price of your clicks on your ad campaigns. There's advantages now to having a true identity connected to even your pay-per-click ads, which is just amazing. Okay, done editing. So this is the database that Google is moving everybody to. It's a social operating system. It is not social platform like Facebook, which is closed, which the data cannot end up on the search engines for the world to work with. It's a closed system, and closed systems turn in on themselves inevitably. And that's what a lot of people do not understand, and all this news journalism and the rest, is that Google has everything based on this. And the triggers, the way that the dog is being wagged is your profile page. Okay, that's the tail of their whole system. And what's interesting is that you wouldn't really know that if you didn't have a background in programming and development, if you weren't developing enterprise level marketing software, which again, this is what we do for a living. So our team is completely blown away. If we weren't so progressive, we would be terrified, because it's just, you have to make adjustments now for this, and it's not another Buzz or another Google which is collapsing, or any of the other Google projects that weren't connected to the entire database. Okay. Now I'm going to show you exactly what this has to do with your business. I don't care what level of business you're in, and why I'd like to be in business with you, both as a teammate and as an advisor, because we do have some unique insight that you're not going to hear anywhere else. Because we developed website silo architecture, we are now involved in the real-time web. The real-time web is creating traffic at the speed of thought. And for example, you didn't have to be worried, used to be worried about being logged into your Google account, and we still have only about 11 to 20% market share of people who are logged into Google when they're using Google as a search engine. That market share was growing, and millions of dollars in the form of +1 per month is being thrown by Google at this project, and it's growing steadily, and they're very, very patient. What I want you to understand is that when you are logged in, okay, and your market is logged in, the you shared this item becomes a significant part. I shared this on my own blog, but because it appears on my profile page and other sources, because I've submitted it or syndicated it, which is another topic, to the web, it says that I shared this item. Okay, and this is one topic, micro content, in which I shared 2 items. Anybody in my network who is interested or who has shared on micro content, this is a new and emerging topic, so I'm alone on this, I'm a lonely syndicator on this page, will begin to appear on this page. We can take a look at some more common terms like website silo architecture, and there are other people that are professional experts for those terms, such as Jeffrey Smith. He shared this through his site, and it appears with his photograph. Okay, when I'm logged in, I bypass the top 3 items if there's no social proof next to them. Not everybody's going to do that, because I see somebody that I know, because I know that he's the expert on this topic. And then there's me, of course, there. But the point here is that if your market is logged in here, and even if they don't have a +1 account, they can still have a profile, they're going to appear on these engines. And what we have now is a social influence that is profoundly connected to the keywords that you're ranked for as well. The good news is, and what's so exciting about this for us, is that website silo architecture is still in play. Okay, and here's Matt Cutts giving a quick lesson on themed architecture and website silo structures. And he talks all about this here. Now, this means that organizing your site into themes has even more importance than it ever did, because you can systematically rank, which is what we're doing right now, for all of your terms on the search engines. So just use your same website architecture that you're using to rank for thousands of keywords using far fewer inbound links in your competition, which is, of course, as you guys who know me know, that's the theme zoom way. And now go social with it by incorporating Google Plus into the profiles, especially your Google Plus profile page, and paying close attention to the sites that you're willing to communicate with Google. Now, you don't communicate all of your sites, especially if you're an empire builder, when you understand the web ring system that we teach you at networkempire.com. But one of the things that you do need to be aware of is that you can syndicate incredibly quickly to the logged in area, even faster than you can get syndicated or get ranked on the not logged in. Okay, if I log out, my search engine results are very different than when I'm logged in. Okay, so let's take a look at some other craziness. Here's Paul Allen for the search term Google Plus in the logged in search engine results. I even bypassed Chris Lang and Mike Dobbs, who I know vaguely, but I'm not super connected to them, to somebody who is already in my circle, because I'm logged in. Here's the search engine results. You scroll down and you got this big giant green button. Paul Allen is in 2 of my circles. Now, who am I going to listen to? Somebody who's not in a ton of my circles, or somebody who's in 2? Now, Chris Lang is in one of my circles, but the way that he actually submitted this, he's actually got a Google Plus post listed. Whenever your Google Plus post is ranked, which has a shelf life, these don't last on the search engine results forever, but the fact is that you're going to click on the Google Plus social microblog has now become a significant factor in ranking by default. It'll be interesting to see how they change that and if they do change it, but this is crazy, guys. It's really a transformation of the website silo architecture methods used for natural rankings outside the logged in environment to the non-logged in environment, where you can use the same methodologies of website silo architecture to rank consistently for all these keywords. So take, for example, give you the last things that I just did. Yeah, like micro content. I published this yesterday. No, this is 6 days ago. But I can publish this incredibly quickly. Okay. For example, here's an article that I published an hour ago. I would venture to say that this is already on the what I call the Google Deep Plus, which is the logged in situation. Hasn't made it on there yet, but it'll be there shortly. Okay, real-time traffic web to replace. It's not there. So I'll be able to come back here in an hour and see that I will have been there for having shared it. Okay. In fact, if I go to my blog, any blog post that I put out today is shared immediately on the search engines. It gets there within 4 to 5 minutes. Sometimes it gets there for the login search results. Other times it gets there for the non-login search results, so it can do both depending upon how well optimized I am for that keyword or term. So what's happening, just to recoup, is that the real-time traffic web is a real-time interface where the search engine results themselves are becoming real-time, not just those delayed submissions and those delayed rankings that can take several days or an afternoon, and then you don't even rank on the first page because you don't have the kind of optimization you need for the traditional search ranked. But if you've got a large social group and you're a social person and you're submitting a lot of things through your social graph on your site, you're going to rank within seconds or even minutes, and you're going to be, to some people in your social circle, appearing on the first page, even if you're not appearing on the first page in the non-logged in search. And you're going to be a strong influence by building a sustainable brand and or subject matter expertise reputation using Google as both a social platform as well as a website silo architecture, as well as a ranking platform for website silo architecture. So now you can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. You can wag your industry by not competing, because you're going to systematically rank both socially and naturally for every single keyword in your entire market using far fewer, up to 10 times fewer inbound links than your competition, and thinking clearly about both business and reputation building and relationship building, while at the same time owning every single keyword that you can get your hand on in a matter of seconds using micro content and story flipping. This is Russell Wright from Network Empire and curationprofits.com. Why don't you go ahead and sign up and join our course, and you'll learn a ton about this stuff, how to systematically own both the esoteric and the exoteric Google search engine, which has become the Google Plus operating system.